Hey everyone, welcome back to the 71 GTO restoration. This is Kenley's Car Stories. I appreciate you watching the first two videos. If you have, if you haven't, please do. I also appreciate the comments and subscribers. Thanks so much for that. This is a quick video on, I've got some parts. We're gonna go through those real quick. Not spend too much time on it because I gotta get to work. Actually start taking this thing apart today. I've also changed my mind about the air conditioning. I'll walk through that real quick. And then I thought it'd be fun to go through, I picked a few comments. I learned a few things along the way as well. Thanks guys, I appreciate that. Okay, I'm tired of talking, let's get to work. All right, so these parts arrived earlier this week. I know I'm gonna take some heat for this. In fact, I already had a couple, it wasn't horrible, but I had a couple of comments about EFI. And you know, here's the deal, especially out here when it's 110 degrees, these are just better behaved. It's a much better driving experience when you're wanting to do a cars and coffee on Saturday morning, and in August you wake up and it's already 101 overnight. You also can just get a ton of performance from this. I like the Sniper. It's cool because you get to retain, you know, the factory setup look, air cleaner, and if a guy wires it right, you're not going to be able to tell. You have to get down and be like, oh, look at that, that's not a carburetor. I ordered the HyperSpark distributor, the Sniper 2 EFI with Bluetooth, because again, I want it to be clean. I want it to look factory. I don't want it to look, you know, hanging in a little module somewhere or a screen. So Bluetooth's gonna work, it connects to your phone. That's what that is. I am gonna go with the PDM. This actually will be the first time I've used a PDM on these. Oops, almost dropped it. But it lets you just easily, cleanly wire your fans and accessories, or in this case, fan. And there is a caveat on that. This will only run one fan. However, using the serial data ports, you can drive another relay and run two, or maybe even more, I don't know, but you can run two fans. In this application, I believe I'm only gonna run one fan. This is their in-tank fuel pump, right here. Fits right in the factory location, drives the gauge, and I only need the one line. See? I don't need to run a return line. Pretty happy about that. All right, like I said in the opening, there's something I need to talk about, which was I intended to use the factory air conditioning and just put a modern compressor on. The more I got into this system and started adding up the costs, and remember, this isn't unlimited build budget here. This is trying to do it as anyone would, trying to stick with a budget. And since this is not unlimited blank check, started adding up the cost to replace everything in there, update the POA valve, get a modern compressor in the bracketry, get a new condenser. That there's nothing wrong with this one, but they don't work as efficiently when you convert them to R134, especially out here in Arizona. On those hot days sitting in traffic, you will feel a 10-15 degree drop when you're sitting there idling. So for those reasons, we have decided to go ahead and do the vintage air, and we'll save all the parts anyway. Nothing's going in the trash, I promise. This radiator is in very good shape. This car ran very, very cool, so I think I'm just gonna send that out for just a refresh, you know? Get it over to Performance Radiator, have them do their job, get it back, save a ton of money. No need to go with aluminum radiator. I am toying with the idea, and if y'all have stuck around long enough in this video to answer this question, I'd appreciate it. Because I was thinking about deleting the mechanical fan and just putting in a big 20-inch electric fan in the shroud. So again, when you open the hood, things look original. Typically, all the builds I've done to this point, it's aluminum radiator with twin fans and maybe one on front for the condenser. So this would be something new for me. If you say, that's never gonna work, okay, cool, I'll appreciate the input. Otherwise, I can leave the fan. It's just a bit of a parasitic draw, you know, horsepower draw. Yeah, this guy, again, it needs a full rebuild. And it's not a huge deal, it's just, why? By the time I was done buying all these parts and my labor, I can install vintage air, and it's just more cost effective. And it will work better. Okay guys, so as promised, I'm getting to the comments. I just picked a few. First one's kind of fun. At Michael Erickson 1518, don't say big block. Technically, it's a misnomer when we say big block 455 or 400, because the Chevy 454, that's a big block. So technically he's right. I won't say big block. Okay, next one. At Backstage Recordings, he left two here. First one is, it's a 455 car. Does the VIN number on the block match the car VIN? No, it doesn't. Best I can tell, it is a period correct engine. That's for sure. When I ran the numbers right over there by the water pump, it is a 71 engine. It is a 455. It's stamped loud and proud on the left side of the block. So yes, he also pointed out that it was a 10 bolt. That is correct. So next one up, at Dave SoCal, is the 455 HO, the round port engine. This one is not. He also said, love to see a solid car for once. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. This one made me laugh. At Carl JF8FQ said, Shirley made a debacle out of the center console. Yes, I did. I had a lot of fun with that one. I certainly could have edited that out and made myself look like, you know, I knew what I was doing there. Clearly I didn't, and I thought it was fun to leave it, because if you can't laugh at yourself, okay. At Backstage Recordings again, he says he can tell the right fender is originally off of 71 Le Mans, and with the Endura bumper option, it's possible this car had a front end collision in its life. He's correct. I wouldn't call it a collision. All of the main structure of the vehicle, good to go, solid. Definitely had a door and a fender. At Jerry M P2V. Sell, I'm out as soon as you said fuel injection. Poor car. It's not going to hurt the car, and if I do it right, you'll never even know it's there. Last one here, we got at Ray G S1B. Hey bud, love what you're doing. I have a 71 455 as well, HO. Mine is fully optioned, including ram air. I purchased the car in bits and have been accumulating parts over 10 years. Body is in primer, but my health has set me back. I absolutely love what you're doing, and you're doing something that I missed out on, as mine was completely in pieces. I appreciate the details you go through and explain. I look forward to the completion of the GOAT. Great job so far. Keep going. I am from the land down under, Australia. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate it. Hope things get better for you. Can't wait to see you post your video and then tag so we can see what you're doing. All right. Well, that's it for the comments. Hopefully you guys weren't bored with that. I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for watching, leaving comments, subscribing. When I started this, you know, I just figured I'd put it out there, and instead you guys really liked it. So keep it coming, and I'll keep working harder at making this better. I really have to get to work now, so I'm getting off this stupid camera. All right. See you guys. All right, I got some stuff, and here it is, and we're gonna put it in today. No, I'm not. Looking at the camera going, yeah, you do, because you certainly wouldn't if you did.